All he cares about is getting rid of me so he can take over. Hello? Oh, no. Yes, just a minute. Josh, find the Whitmore file, please. Bring it in here. This is another thing that Ross was supposed to have taken care of. Adam, maybe I'll go outside and check the bird feeders, okay? Yeah, sure. Just one moment. Josh, will you hurry up? I think it's on top of the file cabinet. Someone meeting Mrs. Warner's description was seen leaving the staff exit, going towards the parking lot. She was wearing a nurse's cape. She's probably left the hospital grounds by now.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Lucky. You got any more details, please contact me right away. If you can't reach me, get Dr. Stone on the phone.
Fine.
Thank you.
Oh, I hope we find her before the police have to be brought in.
She's got to be on her way to Cortland Manor on her own. I'm going to call Daisy.
Well, Nina's route may be more roundabout. From what I know about her case, I think she might go for something more complicated.
What do you mean?
Well, she won't just head for home. See, I think she'll be trying to solve some of the problems in her mind.
She's in no condition to be walking... You mean you think she'd harm herself?
We just have to find her as quickly as possible.
I went over to see Laura, but of course she was asleep.
All right, it's your nap time.
Yeah, I didn't want to sit around with Mrs. Cooper.
Well, I'm just delighted you came here, darling.
What are the two of you up to? I get a very strange feeling when I walk in and I see the two of you with your heads together.
Well, certainly nothing sinister, darling. I just happened to be passing by, and I thought I'd stop in and ask Tom how Laura was doing.
I invited you to sit down and have a drink.
As you know, I've always enjoyed Tom's company.
Not always.
Since he straightened himself out, I find him one of the most attractive, charming men I've ever known.
Thank you, Phoebe.
I don't think we have to get carried away.
Brooke, why don't you have a seat and tell us what happened in San Francisco?
Yes, darling, please.
Nothing happened in San Francisco. It was a complete washout.
I find that hard to believe.
Well, it was humiliating and frustrating. I couldn't get out of there fast enough. I went to Boston.
You've already been to Boston?
And I've been to Concord, New Hampshire. I tell you, Ross Chandler has done a number on me from one end of this country to the other.
That is incredible.
Well, it's not incredible when you think of the Chandler empire. It stretches everywhere.
Darling, I have an idea. Maybe this is the perfect time for you to take a little rest from your career. You know, just enjoy being a mother. And I'll be happy to help you out.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't want to lounge around on your money.
Oh, for goodness sakes, sweetheart, it'd be just until you get your breath, decide what you want to do with your life.
I know what I want to do. I want to be a career person. I want to be a working person that I can respect.
Well, I really better be running along. I have a meeting. Now, you two just stay right here and chat, right?
All right, thank you. Let me know. Thanks.
It's a wonder this hospital doesn't go under. The inefficiency of this
Mr. Cortland, there's no time for one of your tirades, please.
My daughter is out there somewhere.
Your daughter is probably on her way to Cortland Manor. Please, why don't you go home and wait for her there?
Daisy is there. She's manning the phones. I came here to tell you that I hold you personally responsible for this.
Why? I was in another part of the hospital when this happened, Mr. Cortland.
Oh. I suppose you're the pea-brain nurse who started this whole...
Hold on, just a minute.
I don't want any cover-up. As a member of the board of directors...
Mr. Cortland, this is Dr. Stone. She is Nina's new psychiatrist. To malign anybody in this hospital.
I don't know how you can defend this atrocious behavior. My daughter allowed to wander out in that
Nobody allowed Nina anything. She's a very smart woman. She got out of this hospital on her own ingenuity.
Ingenuity? She was in shock because some stupid nurse called her Mrs. Warner.
Mr. Cortland, that's a natural mistake. Everyone in this hospital knows her real name.
There is no room in a hospital for mistakes.
Look, we are human. We try to avoid errors. We make them sometimes. We're not robots.
Well, of course, if my daughter had been allowed to come home when she wanted to...
Allowed to come... Mr. Cortland, do you have any idea of your daughter's physical condition?
Well, she seems perfectly capable and well enough to walk around.
No. She was encouraged to walk the halls of this hospital to avoid adhesions. She's in no shape to leave this hospital.
Mr. Cortland, there's always a danger of infection with abdominal surgery, and there's the added problem of Nina's diabetes.
My daughter has been giving herself insulin injections since she was, 10 years old. And she has all of that equipment at Cortland Manor, so that's beside the point,
Oh, no,
you know.
it's not. The danger of infection is even greater with the diabetic. It would have been unthinkable for Dr. Warner to have released her.
So why don't we spend less time worrying about blaming somebody, more time trying to find Nina?
How did you even find me?
Oh, your number was in the book. Benny, please, just let me stay here for a few minutes. Just hide out for a while. They're going to be looking for me everywhere.
Now, wait a minute. Now, back up. Did you leave the hospital without telling
I
anyone?
had to. Let me sit down. It's hot.
Listen, you don't look well. I'm gonna call Cliff.
No, Benny, please don't. Please, just let me sit here until I figure out how I'm going to get home.
Are you trying to go home?
Of course. Except I can't go there now because that's the first place they're going to look for me.
Who's they?
All those hospital people.
Nina, now listen to me. Those hospital people, they're just trying to take care of you.
No, they're not, Benny. I begged that Dr. Warner to release me, begged him, and he absolutely refused. Do you think I could have a glass of water? I'm kind of thirsty.
Yeah, you're burning up. You have a fever, sure.
I know what we can do. We'll go over to the house, and we'll check to see if there are any cars in the front. And if there are, we'll go around to the back, and you can sneak me in Father's office. He'll know what to do.
What's this? What's going on? Something nice for a change.
I've come back to work for you, Adam.
Yeah. Good. And where have you been? Where did you get the candy? You know you're not supposed to go outside of this house without Josh. You know that.
Well, Josh was busy, and so Ross bought me this because he said I did such a good job talking to him.
Well, you've done a good job of lying to me, is what you've done. You told me you were going out and feed the birds. Josh has been worried sick about you. Now get in there and apologize to him.
Come on, Adam, let's not yell at Stuart. I mean, after all, he was the one who tipped the scales for me.
Stuart's the one that convinced you to come back?
It wasn't just Stuart. It started out being Ellen and Julie and then Stuart and everybody else in the family. I mean, everybody's come down to me. I'm beginning to cave in.
I know you've been frustrated. But you gotta know that this company is gonna be yours eventually. And you're not gonna have to wait for me to die.
That's good to hear.
But I do have a couple of good innings left in me. I was hoping you could hold out for a while.
Well, let's say I give him my best shot.
Good, because you know the company's in a vulnerable place right now. This is not a good time to talk about transferring power.
I don't think it's ever going to be a good time, Adam. I just hope that someday we will be able to talk about it.
Yeah, I admit it's never going to be easy for me when the time comes. I built this company. And it took me a lifetime to do it, my friend. Build it from nothing. You know that. I guess you'll understand when your turn comes. When the son you've raised tries to edge you out. Well, this is enough of this palaver. We got to get cracking on that Whitmore takeover bid. Why don't you call Philip Graham about it and check it out?
Wait, there's one thing I'd like to take care of personally.
Can it wait?
No, I don't think it can. I've been pretty rude to Ellen, calling her disloyal because she agreed I should have stayed with you. I think I'd like to apologize.
Yeah, I agree. And give her my love. She's going to become a Chandler yet.
Look, I was just hoping she might have phoned.
Well, there's been nothing, absolutely not a word. I spoke to Chief Simpson, and I told him the delicacy of the situation.
No, wait a second. I do not want her traumatized by the police picking her up there. To tell us where she is, we'll pick her up.
I explained that. In any case, she's not been seen, so let's get off the phone now in case she's trying to call.
Okay, would you please call me as soon as you hear it? I don't know.
You really think he might not tell you if Nina shows up?
You know, this might sound paranoid to you, but I've really been through a heck of a lot with this guy already.
You're in an incredibly painful situation. Your strength's been remarkable.
You know, every time I look at her and I get that beautiful face with no sense of recognition, it's like a kick in my heart. Now she's run out of the hospital because somebody called her Mrs. Warner. You see the irony in that?
Of course. She's gonna be found, Cliff.
Yeah. But who's gonna find the Nina who knows me and loves me?
Dr. Wald and I are gonna do our best.
Daisy! Daisy, where are you?
She and Jasper are out searching the grounds. They've been around the gazebo. I don't know where all.
Perhaps I ought to join them. I'm going mad waiting by that phone.
Maybe, just a minute. Oh, Stuart, come on.
Myra, go out and tell them that she's here.
No, don't let them take me back there, Father.
No, it's all right, darling. No, it's just wanted Myra to tell Jasper and Monique that you were here. They've been out looking for you.
You'll be so relieved, honey.
Benny.
So happy.
Benny, thank you for bringing her in.
I didn't just find her outside, Mr. Copeland. She came to my house.
Heavens. Well, I'm glad you brought her back here.
Well, she came to see you, but I think we better get her back to the hospital.
No, I'm not going back there.
Darling, you don't have to.
Mr. Cortland, she is running a fever. I don't think we should be fooling around here.
Benny's right. No, darling, I think we can't take a chance. No, we mustn't take a chance of you getting an infection.
Come on, I'll drive you to the hospital right now.
No, I'm not going back there until I find out the truth.
About what, darling?
Why I was called Mrs. Warner. Will somebody please explain that? He said Mrs. Warner. She looked very upset that she had let it slip out.
Nonsense, darling.
No, please don't dismiss this, Father. This has really driven me insane.
No, I don't want you to be disturbed by some silly incident like that.
Father,
It's just...
please, this isn't silly. I know something is wrong with my memory. I know it. Too many things just don't make any sense at all, like the name Bobby.
Well, sometimes our memory just plays tricks on us. I know sometimes I can't remember a thing.
This is different, Father. I look in the mirror, and I know I'm not 17 years old. Where are those years, Father? What's happened to me? Please tell me. Please. Please.
I can't. I don't
I
know
think
what
you
this...
should, Mr. Cortland.
Please don't be ridiculous.
Look at the pain she's in.
I want to traumatize her even further.
Look, I don't even know what that means. All I know is that if we don't get her back to the hospital damn quick...
And I'm not going until I learn the truth. I'm not.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. But you gotta promise me, Nina. You've got to promise me you'll go back to the
I
hospital.
promise, Benny. I'll go back. I'll do anything you say. Just tell me.
Benny, please don't.
You're Cliff's wife. You're Nina Warner. You've been married to him for the last 6 years.